Hey everyone, Stranger here. First and foremost, before we get kicked off, I want to thank everybody for the immense show of support over the last couple days. All the comments, the likes, everything that's been going on right now on the channel for this big injection of growth in the last day or two. Truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. You guys are superstars. Jumptown's one of those events that people seem to love or hate. The thought of being able to grab some free space crack from a machine, load it into a ship, and then sell it for a massive payout does seem great. But are you prepared to deal with all the PvP in the air or ground that come with it? Are you prepared to be double-crossed after being in a conga line for what seems like ages and having your ship stolen? Regardless of the outcome at Jumptown, my opinion is that Jumptown is currently one of the best, albeit far from perfect, events that CIG has released to date. Let me explain. When no events are going on, you have a large, diverse crowd floating around standing. From miners, space truckers, and other industrialists to bunker runners, pirates, bounty hunters, and really everything in between. But when Jumptown kicks off, it draws most of the time a good chunk of people with it. Solo players and large orgs alike all prepare to fly to a winter wonderland where it seems that there's always a blizzard going on with zero visibility to chase that almighty space dollar. What that means for everyone else is that Staten becomes a little quieter everywhere else. Yeah, there's still the diehard pirates and others out there, out and about, but for the most part, things tend to simmer down some. What's often overlooked by the PvE community and really everyone is the effect that this has as a whole. While it's still not totally safe out there, truckers might have less people running cargo, therefore better paying cargo to fill their ships with. Miners might have less people out there hunting for high-value rocks, and yes, less of the casual, if you want to say, pirates out there. Another thing that's often overlooked is that Jumptown really doesn't put too much stress on a server. Sure, if you have two huge orgs fighting for Jumptown and all those entities in one place might cause some performance issues, but relatively speaking, this isn't Xenothreat with multiple ships and Idrises and that kind of stuff going on. It's just a place on a map where players just meet up and fight or extract drugs. So yeah, Jumptown currently is probably the best event we have so far. But I did mention earlier it's not perfect. Let's think about how Jumptown currently works. We have 3 locations where a mission pops off. When the mission kicks off, it's normally active for one of 3 locations for 24 hours. You fight for control, load and extract the drugs, and then sell them to make that sweet, sweet space pesos. But that's it. Just a new, redesigned building with 2 doors and 2 drug machines. With a big enough group or a server where no one's challenging Jumptown, there's not really much to do there. So how can Jumptown get a little better? Well, for the first time that I can honestly remember, at Jumptown last night, we had a UE Hammerhead spawn in. And not only 1, but 2 came in, because I had a crime stat 3 for a little while. This wasn't a big deal, but it was better than just sitting there killing the same 100i or Avenger Titan coming in his sperm suit. It changed the pace of having to deal with, 1 or 2 players. The lawful players that were at Jumptown had no problems with the Hammerhead, but anybody who was showing red to them or criminal, well, they had to contend with it and give them something extra to do than just hang out there and wait for the next wave of people coming in trying to take over Jumptown. What if the sell point would randomly change as well? Say to a post on a moon or a Lagrange point? This would increase the risk of being interdicted and having those bundles of love taken from you before you could Leroy Jenkins into Port Olisar, Bajini, and Port Tressler. What if after a certain amount of time or a certain amount of drugs were dispensed or extracted and sold, the shops would shut down and you would have to pack everything up and head to another one and retake Jumptown, versus knowing that you had a 24-hour timer to sit and control and print money? Listen, Jumptown is not perfect. One of the biggest issues that you hear people complain about now is that Jumptown will, after a while, become stale. It does seem to follow the same, almost script if you want to say. Some people show up, beginning of the event, in their starter ships and cargo ships to start a conga line. Eventually, some solos or, maybe an org move in and take control of Jumptown. It's almost safe to say the moment all those guys see comps start going down, that's usually when they know Jumptown is no longer friendly. After that, it just really depends on who's holding Jumptown. Is it one solo badass light fighter pilot, or is it a org trying to make money? Or is it just a bunch of PvPers that are there for fights and the byproduct of that is nobody gets to land or take money? Either way, Jumptown is a PvP event. It's a place where you go to fight and maybe make some money. There's no guarantees. Listen, anyone who knows me knows that I'm primarily a pirate and PvPer. I don't hide the fact that I'm normally living my space sim life on the wrong side of the law. I enjoy all the PvP encounters at JT, but I'm not against going outside the norm and seeing how it works. Sure, JT will be a little different when it becomes truly dynamic, and once places like Pyro and Nyx arrive, then JT will probably just feel like just another mission to make some money. But for now, JT gives everyone a little bit of what they're looking for, whether they know it or not. With all that said, thanks for sticking with me, and see you guys in